Hello everyone and welcome to another video of character creation. I'm Don Chap and with me here we have Ethan.
Hey guys.
So
Hello.
today we decided to approach Cyberpunk RED on the notion that Ethan's going to be running a one-shot, but this time instead of giving us pre-made characters, we create our own.
Yep. I'm giving you guys all the steps and the assistance to create characters for our one shot.
Now, I've already been through the thing once, as in the rule book. It's very all over the place, to be honest with you. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not as bad as because currently I'm trying to like really dive down into the One Ring because of
Yeah.
the event coming up this
Yeah.
July. It's not as bad as that.
hmm
However, like, ugh,
You you
it's
need a
such
guide.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's such a struggle because I'm not into the setting. Like
Yeah.
my body, mind, and soul is just like, Don, what are you doing? Why are we touching this?
Why are you touching this taint?
Like we
Which
don't do cyberpunk. I mean, like the best we do is Star Wars. What are you doing, my man?
well, that is why that is why having a guide sometimes is the best way to go through this. Also, just quick reminder for anyone who does character creations. Usually, the best suggestion is when you pick up a new rule book, always start with character creation because it's the stuff that sort of teaches you everything. But Cyberpunk Red does have one of those character creations. It's not bad character creation. It just gives you a lot of different methods that it might need to cull through the book a little bit. And in reality, it's actually not that hard. I've taught character creation now a couple of times now, and same song and dance really.
Yeah, I mean every time you start, I mean I remember like doing The Witcher character creation.
yeah,
First time you go through it, you go like, okay, that wasn't so bad, and you miss a couple of things. You do it the second time, you start picking up on, oh, shoot, I forgot this last time, and you start picking up
yeah,
how to actually do it properly. So yeah. Um,
yeah,
now, apparently, this system has one of the best character creation methods ever, from what I've been told
yeah.
from
My
some
opinion. My
people.
opinion.
No, from people on YouTube. I did my homework, Ethan.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Apparently, there are three ways how to create a character. There's like the quick way, the medium way, and then there's like the really in depth, like
Yeah.
takes you 2 weeks to do character sheets.
Yeah. Yeah, you have so there's the street right now as a template. It's basically you're making a
So,
pre-gen
what page
character.
are we looking at to see
Page
this
40, page 40, or on the book
page?
41 on the PDF, I believe.
Okay,
It gives you an entire section on the three methods of making a character with Cyberpunk.
page 40. Here we are. So, here we
There
are.
you go.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. So, if you want me to quickly give a summary of these three, uh,
Three ways to generate your character: street rats, which is templates; edge runners, which is fast and dirty; and the complete package, which is calculated.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Do you want?
You need me to share my character sheet, right? Because
Yes,
you need to
that'll
know what
be
the hell
because
I'm
I need to know what
doing.
the hell you're doing. Uh,
Hold on.
if you want, Don, shall I give a quick summary on the three methods just
Oh yeah, go
quickly?
for it, man.
Yeah. So the first template, the street rat or the template as it's called, is basically literally copy and pasting your stuff. You pick your role, and then based on that role, you get stats, you get skills, you get equipment. Everything is there set for you. You just put it all down. It's the fastest method. It's the easiest method, but it's the one that doesn't have a lot of freedom because you're sort of stuck on this one-line path of how you get your character. So that's the template. It's best for newer players or for the game master if they want to create like a quick character because we use these rules. Anyway, the edge runner is the second method. It's the fast and dirty. This one gives you a little bit more flexibility. It still follows similar rules to the street rat. However, though, when you're choosing skills, you get a budget of skill points, but still limited to your role. So you have like 20 skills that you can choose from, but still get to put points in them instead of getting like, here's what you need to put on. Stats, you get more random variation, and then equipment, all set and go. All right. The last one is the complete package, which is the calculate, or as I like to call it, just go nuts. Basically, you get budgets for your stats, for your skills, for your equipment, and you are given the total freedom to put them wherever you want. Even your skills, even if you're playing like a solo, you can be skilled in I don't know, driving a car. It doesn't matter what role you are, all skills are open to you if you take that package. So, yeah, those are the three methods.
Which one are we doing today?
That's up to you. That is your choice. I like to give my players the option to pick which method they want to go for.
I'm not so confident with the system. I want to run it like a normal, like how general tabletop RPGs run a character sheet. So I'm guessing that would be the fast and dirty method.
Yeah, that's the one gives you. So you're going to run your path still, but you're given a freedom to sort of divert where you want your points are.
All right.
Yeah, so we go with the second one. All right.
We're going with the edge runners. Guys, it's good. By the way, morning vibes. Morning vibes.
Morning vibes. Yes.
Oh my god, I should prep the coffee or something.
Oh. You can still get it now if you want.
No.
No, do the speed.
I could, but no.
You could, but he's gonna power through this like a man.
I'm gonna try to power through it. At some point, if like my brain says, "Hey, amigos, like, give me some
coffee.
Give me something to work with." Yeah, probably.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm your motivational inspiration.
Oh, you sweet thing, you. All right, so we're going with edge runner method of doing this, the fast and dirty. So
if you go next page, it actually sort of gives you a sort of line through of how the character creation is done.
Sure. So pick a role.
Mm-hmm.
Set your role's ability to 4. 4 more about the role abilities. 1, 4, 2. Okay, let's start with that, right?
Yeah. So what role are you gonna play? So
do I just go into page 29 like it's telling me to do?
If you want to, yeah. There's all the roles there. I mean, you know all the roles. I
do?
No, I told you some of the roles. You don't probably know all of them. My bad.
All right, let's have a look at the roles. So
yeah, there are 10 roles.
Rocker boy. Oh yeah, I've been through these yesterday. All right, I don't remember them by heart. I know a few of them.
Don't worry about it.
Rocker boy seems like more of what I would pick if it was like an open campaign, you know, that type of thing. So rock and roll rebels who. It's like a bard, I'm guessing, right?
Basically, they're a bard.
Solos are your assassins. Netrunners are your cybernetic master hackers of the post-net world, and brain-burning secret stealers. How would you compare this to like normal, like, I hate to mention it, but like D&D?
For net running, it's like to spellcasting. Or just system in general, just out of curiosity.
A mind flare, yes.
So with Netrunner, basically all their entire role, their stuff mostly involves, say, an architecture. So they go to a building, it has a port on it, then it has like a architecture designed to it. Think of it as like a LAN. You know how like a LAN. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. It is a little bit of a complicated system, but it has been simplified compared to its previous edition. Old edition used to be where it's like you have an entire rule. It's like spellcasting. You had an entire system on top of another system. This one's a little bit more easier.
They streamlined it a bit. Okay.
Yeah, they streamlined it where and now Netrunning. It used to be where Netrun you had to stay back. Now you can just be on the field on Netrun.
Nice.
Without an issue.
So then we have your techs, which I'm guessing are like your, what do you call them?
Mechanics.
Yeah.
Your craftsman from
artificer.
Yeah. They're legit. Yeah. Since you know The Witcher, it's basically the craftsman.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Legit the crafts. It's sort of like the craftsman.
Okay. Medtechs, which I'm guessing are your healers.
Yep.
Now this is an interesting one. The medias.
The medias, journalists and reporters, man. Yeah, how are you gonna get your news?
That's an interesting class or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it. Like,
because in the world of Cyberpunk, because there's a lot of news, and you know how news is in this dark future. It's gonna probably be fake. It's gonna probably be not informed,
it reminds me
or
of
just gonna be cut pieces.
like your own personal Criminal Minds FBI section where you have the media person just
Yeah,
put our
it's your
propaganda out there.
yeah, they're mostly journalists. They're basically your freelance journalists that work on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not a popular choice for some reason.
Uh, not. I don't remember. Not sure. I tend to pick it sometimes.
Okay.
Have fun.
I can
But
imagine. I can imagine you doing it. I
for
mean,
campaign, yes. For campaign, yes, but not for like a one shot. One shot because
it's a pity like these are not kind of like, oh man, just thinking about like different systems like that would be really cool for like
yeah, like a
um
role play job.
not only that but even like for Vampire the Masquerade for it to be an
Mm.
option, like you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it does.
then again, okay,
Kind of
XX. What's
corporate
this?
guys, corporate men.
Okay,
They're in the
power
long version.
players.
Yeah, they are the exec. In longer, it's the executives. They just call them execs in short. Uh,
Okay,
they're corporate. In the dark future, there's corporations that rule the world, or used
it
to.
reminds me of
Quotation.
Luke for some reason. Shout out to
Yeah,
Luke if you're
Luke,
watching
we
this.
love you, but that's maybe an accurate assumption.
I mean, the way he just plays Vampire the Masquerade in general, that's
True,
what this is reminding me of. Like, he's
true,
that person.
true point.
Um,
Luckily, it's a bit different than that, but yeah.
Lawmen, maximum law enforcement patrolling, okay? So it's like
Police,
police, okay?
police, police.
Fixers, deal makers, organizers, informants, brokers. Oh, wait,
These are your,
hold
these are
on.
your, these are information brokers. These are the the guys that give you the jobs, or at least if you play a fixer, where you can get your deals. Uh Sort of like a merchant. They're basically a merchant of
Okay,
sorts.
all right, okay.
Kinda,
So,
kinda. Uh, but yeah.
excuse me. Okay, so transport. There we go. Started with the first yawn. Oh my god. Like, we need to wake up. Cold shower. Okay. Transport experts, the nomads. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
The
just curious, because I haven't really paid attention to the video game, but like in the video game, I think you have nomads. What do you have?
So in the video game, so specifically in the section of like the origin stories, you have I think the corporate, the street kid, and the nomad.
Ah,
The
okay.
so those are the origins. But then when you skill up V, he can be. I think his skills. Starts as a solo, and then you can maybe jump into him as a netrunner, and that's really it. There's not
All
a
right.
lot of. Uh,
And I also saw in this one you can pretty much multi-class, right?
yes, you
From what I
can
saw.
multi-class. It is expensive, but you can multi-class. Yeah,
Okay.
you can have multiple roles. I think. I think lore-wise, I remembered one of the characters, Punk Rogue. She started off as solo, and then she became a fixer by 2077.
Okay.
So
So without spoiling too much,
yeah,
Ethan,
yeah, yeah.
in relation to your campaign, can anyone be anything, or is there like a set?
Yes. So anyone can be anything. There is suggestions though for the team in general because the specific team we have. Shall I say what we're all gonna play in?
I don't mind. That's your call, not me.
Yeah. Basically, the party is gonna be trauma team. So
Trauma team.
trauma
And for
team.
those of you who don't know what trauma team is, it's
It,
basically, um, your 911 call.
yeah. It's your
Correct,
it's your
correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah. It's so the trauma team is an ambulance service to help the rich clients. Both from wounds and sometimes from bullets. They are skilled in healing and also shooting. I'm not kidding in that part. Like if you have if you're in the middle of a firefight and you need assistance, call trauma team.
I mean, if you have played the game, there is a scene early on in the game when you do like the
Yeah,
first mission,
yeah.
after busting in some guy's, kind of dirty deal
The scavengers.
house. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you find that robot woman just lying in the bathtub.
yeah,
The first thing that comes to you is a trauma team. And
yeah,
pretty much you just see guys with guns come down, like back off, and then you have the others just kind of checking on the conditions of the thing, and then they just get on board onto the aircraft thing. And they
the
just,
AV4.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck.
they fuck off. So if you play the game, that's what we're talking about. If you've not played the game, the best thing I can tell you is think of a 911 call which responds to you with a helicopter who has military personnel, right? That tells you to back off the individual while they take care of the body.
Take care of the body, yeah.
So it's a mixture of firemen, on duty call, first aid people, and I don't know, SWAT team.
SWAT, the security, yeah. It's just legit. They're hardcore.
I don't know. I mean, when thinking about your thing gonna be based on that, I think I want to go for medtechs because that makes sense for what you're doing.
Yeah,
and especially since it's a one shot. I mean, as I said, if it's a campaign, I'd probably go for either Rocker Boy, Solo, or Fixers or Nomad seem interesting.
Yeah.
But let's go for medtech. So.
Medtech, yeah.
All right.
So
this is the part where I grab my character sheet, right?
Yes. So you go to your character sheet, and there should be a section where you can.
Hold on, I lost my mouse. Where the fucking? Where's my mouse?
He lost his mouse. Oh no.
My mouse just went invisible. What the freaking? What's going on?
Oh, I can see it. It's above. Oh, there you go. It's.
Oh, you can see it, but I can't see it.
Oh no. Really? Oh no.
How can you see it and I can't?
I don't know.
What the? What just happened? Why does this happen to me?
I don't know.
Okay, it's over there. First, okay, why?
Quickly maybe eject the USB of the mouse and then reject it in maybe?
Technical errors. This anyone who wants to clip this, go ahead.
We're already starting.
Right, I just pulled the battery out and put it back in. See if that does the trick. How do you place it? Okay, there we go.
Allah, technical difficulties.
Nope. I think it's a software thing, dude.
Oh shit.
Hold on, wait. I hope I don't lose the stream. Oh, there we go.
You can always pause it.
Okay, there we go. We're back. I found the mouse. I had to lock my PC and then unlock it. I don't know if that did anything to the stream.
Alright, we're still recording. Alright, sweet. So, let's move on from that.
Oh my god, this morning. Right, so my role is the
medtech.
Handle is like what name I give myself?
Your name, your street name, basically. Your chosen nickname. I mean, yeah, just like in the video game, you had V.
You know, I will do my name as Don, but it will be spelled D0
N
N.
Nice. Good one.
I wish the zero. I wish the font of the zero was with the cross line, but
yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe when you print it out, you just slash it.
I'll slash it. I will slash it. All right, so let's go back to page 41.
So.
Sorry.
So then you will set your roll ability to 4. Now, normally what I would do is when we hit skills, we will talk about the roll ability, because that roll ability kind of is like a skill. Just to simplify it for us, if that's not a problem.
So do I not put 4 into roll ability here?
Yeah, so your roll ability for medtech is medicine, I think. Let me quickly look it up.
Well, if we go to 142,
yeah.
Roll abilities.
And then the 149.
So I am a medtech.
You have medicine.
Medic roll ability. So, medics keep people alive who should be dead with their knowledge and training. In the time of the Red, there is much mechanics
as much
as doctors, caring for people who are oftentimes more machine than human, the medtech role ability is medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I'm copying medicine into role ability.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then rank 4, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to go through your medicine rank and ability now or later?
I'm just saying, like, listen, it's telling me to put in my role ability, and I'm doing it.
Alright.
I'm
So
going
we
with
go
the
through it.
flowchart here.
Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. So something unique about the medtech is compared to the other roles, you have you're basically there are different variations of what medicine the medtech can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
The three types you have are surgery. Let me quickly remember. Surgery. What the fuck was it? Medical tech for pharmaceuticals and medical tech for cryosystem operation.
Okay.
It basically tells you what those do as you go through it. And the way how it works is you have you're a rank 4 character. You will split those 4 ranks to those abilities. So you can say you have 2 points into surgery, and then 2 points in pharmaceuticals, for example.
Which we'll
If
get
it makes
into in a bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can dive into it a bit later if you want.
Sure. So,
Alrighty.
because I set your role's ability to 4. So that's I'm
Yes.
working with the flow chart.
Yep.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And
Yeah. No worries.
so, run your life path.
Now is the roleplay bit.
Do I need dice for this?
You can if you want. You basically either roll D10 or you choose one. I love my
Where's
players.
my dice? Hold on. Excuse the view. Hold on.
Actually, just in case, do bring some D10s just in case, because you might be rolling some dice later on.
Do I need more then?
You probably just need one. You just need one for now.
Alright, so.
Oh,
My dice box. My blood dice.
dice.
Yep.
He loves his blood.
I love my blood
Second
dice.
blood.
It is the blood of my players. Sorry. So.
So you jump to page 43.
Jump to Fate 43. Tales from the Streets. Running the life path.
Yeah. And
enhancing your role playing, fleshing out character stories, and screwing with their worldview since 1984. Yeah, that's how long Cyberpunk's been around, man. I think.
Yeah, it's been an old. I think it's been around since the 90s. The system in general.
Mm-hmm.
Could be older. Yeah.
No, I need a 1d10 and a 1d6. This reminds me so much of The Witcher because that's what they use.
Yes. For people who don't know, the Witcher system was designed based on the same engine that Cyberpunk.
I mean, the Witcher was created by the son of the creator of Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure. It's the same interlock engine. I think though the Witcher RPG does take a little bit more from 2020. There you go. Look at that. Yeah. You will need those two only. So, so you can run your life path. You start with the cultural. So basically, the life path, just to quickly go through it, it's just role play. It basically turns this blank sheet of character you have, into a character. Into a character personality, a past, where they come from.
When did you turn cyborg?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what's there, but it could be one. So yeah. Yeah, so we started with the first option, which is cultural origins. Yeah, it's on page 45.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah. So.
Roll a d10 or choose one.
Yeah.
Where am I from?
Yeah, so, your culture region anyway. So basically, just to give some bit of lore, because of the shit that's gone on with Cyberpunk, the amount of multicultural, multinational that's gone through the entire world basically means that it's not where you come from; it's just where your cultural heritage is. That's the best way to describe it, if it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we're Western Europe, technically, ourselves.
Yeah. we're all
For those of
European, but
you who think we're American, we're not. We're Western European.
recipe European.
We're in the
Yeah.
we're dust in the ocean of the Mediterranean Sea. Do I still roll for this, or do you have rules like?
I go with as I've gone through with someone else. You can roll and then you can choose later if you want. It's up to you. You can roll randomly
Let's
and then
see.
say
Let's
fight
see.
Russian.
I want to be Western European, but I'm just gonna roll to see what the hell I. What?
First dice drop.
That's a 5 if it counts off the floor.
Up to you.
And a 5 is Middle East, Middle East and Northern Africa. Oh my god. Okay, well, I mean, I just love how English is just inserted into the
Yep.
thing everywhere. Well, English is a vast.
Common language. I believe it is the most internet. It is the international language of many countries.
Pick one in your group. I'm going to speak Turkish for the rest of the game.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm from the Middle East. You know what? It's
Okay.
very appropriate seeing that we're Maltese. Do I put that anywhere into my character sheets?
Yeah. So if you go to page 2
Oh, page
of the
2.
character sheet,
Okay.
yeah. Cultural origin there. Now you
Cultural
chose.
origin.
So you've chosen Middle East.
Middle East.
All right, and then
And
you
I
choose
choose
language.
a language.
So yeah, this is your cultural language. All characters speak street slang, which is basically the common language.
Okay.
Like a very.
I'm going with Arabic.
All right, so you now also speak Arabic. Now,
Habibi.
to put that skill, so we can get it set up. If you go back to page 1, your
Uh-huh.
character sheet, there should be under languages. It's a skill. So in the
Language,
center area.
Okay, so street
Yep,
slang.
there you go.
There we go. Arabic.
And there you go, and you can put level 4 next to it.
4.
Yeah, that is your starting skill on that.
Okay, so level 4 is your level 1. Don't get too excited about 4, guys.
Yep. All right, and yeah, with that you move on to the next section, which would be your personality.
My personality.
You can again roll or choose one.
So this, are we sticking to page 1 or 2?
Page 2. No, not everything you just put on page 2.
Okay. So let's roll. Let's see what's crazy. I love rolling for this stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I got a 1. I am shy and secretive. Cool.
Do you want to be that?
I mean, the dice has
I
spoken.
said so. Okay. Oh, that'll be fun. Like this Middle
What do
Eastern guys.
Personality, right?
Actually, that could fit with your idea you want. I think maybe.
Could be.
We'll see.
Moving on. Dress and personal style. Choose one for each column. Okay.
Yep.
Clothing
This is-
style. Let's roll.
Because the cyberpunk, you have to dress. You have to dress.
Screw culture. I'm going with 3. Urban. Flash.
It's flashy, technological, and it's streetwear. It means you're basically wearing flash clothing.
Okay. Urban flash. Hairstyle.
Well.
That's a 10. Long and straight. Cool.
Cool beans.
Alright. After you were never. What? Affection? You were never.
Affection, you are never without.
Okay.
So something you are never without.
I got a 5. And that's nose
Nose
rings. Ugh. Come on. Where do I put that?
Okay, so that's one of the weird ones. I suggest put it under clothing style. I don't understand why there's not a box for that. Just put it under clothing style. Or gear, also.
There we go. Nose rings.
There you
Nose ring is a gear? Come on.
go.
A gear for my
Just-
opponent if they want to just pull me around like a bull. But no
I
disrespect
imagine-
to anyone who likes the style, by the way. It's just not my thing. Sorry, I'm shitting on it. Alright,
Hey,
so.
anything we say, you guys are fine.
So,
Alright.
4.
Except with your motivations and relationships.
Honesty. Values.
That's a
Honesty.
pretty good for medtech.
How do you feel about most people? Oh, good lord.
Oh no.
I like almost everyone. What the? Okay. Cool. I can live with that. Sure.
Like almost everyone. There's this.
Thing
So
you
like
value
most
the
people.
most. Wait, didn't we just do this?
No, this is a different kind. Wait. So this
Oh,
would
the
be
most valued person in your life. Okay.
yeah, most valued, and then your most valued possession.
Okay, that's a brother or sister. Yeah, I'm a
Sibling.
family guy. And most valued possession you own. That would be an 8. A piece of jewelry. What is with this guy?
What did he do before he? Maybe he had a lot of stuff before he was a medtech. Oh,
Alright.
you know, maybe he was a. I was just thinking maybe he was like a rocker boy or something before. He
Oh
was
yeah,
trying to be a rocker
yeah.
boy.
Like the whole system knows what I want to really be, despite I chose something for the setting. Like I present you this. Now it's up to you what you do with it. You know, like
No, you were studying medicine and music as your majors.
my God. All right, so what am I rolling for now? Origin back.
Your the original family background, where your family
Well, this should
is
be
from.
good. So 5.
Ganger family.
I'm not gonna say anything, especially with what culture I'm in. So, is that family background? Yeah.
Yeah, that we found background. Yeah, so you came from a gang. Uh,
Where do I write the lore? A savage, violent home in a place where the gang could take over. You're usually hungry, cold, scarred. You probably didn't know who your actual parents were. Education? Haha, Ethan. Education? The gang taught you how to fight and kill and steal. What else did you need to know? And was my turning point. I saw this and I was like, no, I want to go the opposite direction and I want to help people. You know?
nice. That's a character backstory. A plus.
Thank you.
No
All
worries.
right, let's go for my childhood's environment was a
Environment.
6. In the heart of the combat zone, living in the wreck building or
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Fitting for yeah. So combat zone is basically a slums, but where firefights are almost a constant.
All right, hold on. So
Just write the combat zone.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So family crisis, which yeah, is this one. So
Of course, in Cyberpunk, something needs to happen to your family.
your family was killed and you were only the survivor. Okay, cool.
Simple, effective.
Yeah, makes sense to everything now. Family was killed. Done. And what's this? Your friends? Okay.
Yeah. So you can basically you might have some friends and enemies and tragic love affairs that you might have had. In this case, you're just gonna roll a d10, and you subtract 7.
I
If
had
you
1.
don't, you get a 1, so you have no friends.
No. I got an 8. Subtract 7
An 8,
into
so you have
1.
1. So you have one friend. That's better than most. Some have no friends.
Okay.
In this case, roll a d10 to determine who this friend is to
The
you.
9th one. Someone you knew from the street.
Okay.
So,
So maybe like either a street mentor or something like that for
that makes sense.
Yeah. Fitting.
Okay.
Then your enemies. So you have any enemies. Roll d10 again and subtract 7.
I want to have no enemies. Yes.
Great. No enemies.
Moving on.
And moving on, so skip Sweet Revenge, that's if you have enemies. We go to your tragic love affairs.
Okay. So I
If there was
skipped the
any.
whole. Okay. Tragic love affairs. Oh my god. So.
Again, d10.
Ah!
Minus 7.
Fell again. I have 1.
1. So. Oh, you made 8 minus 1 or just 1?
Exactly. No, when I say the number, I'm saying what's with the
Okay.
subtract 7 situation.
Alright, so that means you have 1 tragic love affair. Roll a d10 and see
Your
what.
lover is imprisoned or exiled.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
You racist bastards. Okay, now this tells me to go all the way back to this part. Okay, life goals.
Yeah, and then life goals. Yep. Roll d10, see what your life goal is.
5.
And again, you can choose if you don't like it.
Live down your past life and try to forget it. Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. You know, sometimes this character, the life pack can be weird and wacky. Sometimes it makes sense.
Yeah. The Witcher always makes sense for some reason. Like, I don't know about you, but every time I rolled up one of these
Oh yeah.
character backstories,
Oh yeah.
somehow they always piece together.
They always piece together. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I can
Now-
see this making sense. So I'm from the Middle East. I'm shy and secretive. I guess why? Because I was in the
Yeah.
combat zone. You know. I like everyone. I have this thing. I have a brother or sister that I value, which apparently is dead. Right? That's
Yep.
the wacky part. Right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, maybe they like helped you get out of the situation you were in.
Someone I know, a friend of mine is someone I know from the street. Maybe I'm not exactly comfortable with this someone, because I'm trying to forget my life. I'm a medic now, like I'm here to save people. What happened to me before made no sense. What I do now is passionate and good, for money.
For money, yeah. Yes, I'm doing everything for the passionate and good. Plus money.
You need money, man.
Money,
All
money,
right,
man.
so is that done?
So there's the optional roll life pad for your medtech if you want,
Okay.
which is specific to your medtech stuff. Now the thing is though, you can roll for this, but some of the stuff is how would I say? Because we know you're gonna be trauma team. There's already options here that's like for trauma team. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to do it or not.
Go with a partner, do work alone. So, hold on, what am I looking at?
Yeah. So we start. So if you want to do this, you start with what kind of medtech are you? That's where we start. The topmost part.
All right, so I roll a d10 anyways.
Yep,
This, right?
D10, or we can choose one for you.
Oh, no. Let's go rando. Rando's been kind to me so far. I am a pharmacist.
Now there is one for trauma medic if you want to go for that one instead.
Do we have to go trauma medic because of your story? Like, be honest. You can say that. Like, listen, whatever.
I would have to say yes. I would have to say yes.
Hey, yeah, cool. I'm fine with that. Where do I put that?
Role specific life path, right down there in the bottom. It's like under house.
Okay, this one.
Yep. Got a partner or do you work alone? For the purpose of the game, you have a partner, like a team.
Okay. Do I need to do this actually, since we're gonna?
No, because this is the thing. Because you're a med tech and there's already stuff for trauma team, we might as well just go with trauma team since we already have the one for that. So trauma team group, your partners, because of course.
Actually, yeah, let's just keep it trauma team medic and keep it there.
Yeah, and then your workplace.
And we're the trauma team group, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Then what's your workplace like? Ooh.
According to the dice, everything is possible. Single use and stored compact until needed.
Okay.
That's what my workplace is like. Cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
Your main clients, trauma team paramedical work. We'll go with that. Because yeah, it is legit. Yeah, and then where you get your supplies from, you get them from trauma team. Trauma team supply you with stuff in exchange for your services.
That is what number?
It's number 4. Yeah. Again, normally we would roll for these, but because we have a specific sort of one shot that we have planned already.
Oh yeah, sure. I just like to fill in the character sheet to just make it look.
Yeah. Pretty extensive, yeah.
Right.
If someone else would pick a medtech in this game,
by the way, guys, it actually says on the top, so roll a 1d10 or work with your GM to choose one. I'm working with my GM right now.
Yeah.
To choose my stuff.
Yep.
So that's important when it comes to this section.
Yep.
What kind of main? Oh, that's for media. Never mind.
And that's it. So now we jump to the next section, which will be your
Oh my
statistics.
god, I'm yawning. Sorry. So roll statistics. What are statistics?
So, so here's how Edge Runner works specifically. With Edge Runner, so normally if you are street threat, you roll d10. So actually, let me just explain this better. So if you jump to page 73.
73, straight into it. Okay.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Or something there. This will tell you how you will get your stats. Apologies. How do I explain this?
All right, so this is like your you know, in D&D you have 3 ways of rolling your stats,
Yes.
and one of them is pretty much like, here's the standards of what was it, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16,
something like that,
and just put them wherever you want. Now, this is more like, actually it's very similar to what I have in the One Ring at the moment when I'm studying it for our event, is hey, you have these stats where they go and they're kind of balanced, or you could go really further left or further right on combat or wisdom, whatever. So this is what we're looking at, is like, here's a couple of stats. You either choose what you think is best for you, or just roll it and good luck with that.
So normally, so this is the thing with the Edge Runner specifically now. Normally, if it's street rat, you would roll a d10, right? Choose, I think it's d10, but we'll see. And you would get like the entire line.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the case for Edge Runner. Edge Runner, you roll 1 die for each stat separately. It's basically sort of like The Witcher, in a weird way. You know how you roll
we're doing? Okay, we're rolling for every single
stat.
Okay, hold up, brother, hold up. We need to do this.
Sorry, man.
No.
So basically, go to your medtech. There's a table. There's a table for medtech.
Okay.
It's on page, I think, 75.
Wait, 75. Solo runner medtech.
Yep.
Hold on, I thought I'm rolling for like each individual one. No.
Yes, you're rolling for each individual one, for each individual stat.
Okay, so I don't need to look at this then.
No, you need to look at that because that's how it's generated.
What?
Because that table is your stats. Those are your stats.
Oh, am I not doing it for like, I roll for initiative, roll for reference, roll for dex? I'm just rolling to get the whole line?
No, you're rolling for intelligence, for reflex, for dex. That's what you're doing.
Okay, so why do I need this then? Because this is, you roll a d10 and then you just do the whole line. Like
no. Because the d10, when you roll d10, that's the stat you're getting on that table. So say you roll a 7 in intelligence, you would take the 8. Right?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. All right. So you roll a d10. You don't write what you get on the d10. You roll what it references to in a singular column. What?
Yeah.
What?
It's a bit confusing, isn't it? Well, the reason they do this is primarily one that these stats, from all these stats, the number you would generate is between 3 to 8. That is why. Partially. Yeah, it's weird. It's a very weird system of how they do the Edge Runner. But basically, it is similar to The Witcher, where you're rolling for all your stats, but you should have to compare to this table. Apologies, that's the confusing part about Edge Runner. The small confusing part is that stat shit.
Hold up, brother. Hold up. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. So, because I'm gonna try to make things more complicated for myself.
Apologies for the complications.
Oh no, it's fine. That's cool.
Yeah. The reason the reason they do this system for Edge Runner is because, and also for Street Fighter specifically, because certain roles fit a certain stat line. Okay. Right. Some are better. Some will have a higher body than others. Some will have need of empathy more than others, etc., etc.
That's fine. I'm with you, man. Don't worry. All right, so I'm rolling my first d10, and I get a 6.
So
And
in
6
that
will give
case,
me an 8.
8.
That's
8
what we're
intelligence.
talking about, right?
Yes. Yep. There you go. You then do it for the rest of the stats.
This is a nightmare. But I guess it has its reasons.
Yeah, it does. There's a mechanical.
Roll it again. 7. 7 gives me a 6.
6 reflex. Okay.
Okay. Everyone feeling me so far? We're getting this.
Yeah, if you're getting this right, you're getting this right, man. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So now we're doing Dex. Dex gave me a 4. 4 is also a 6. See, now I couldn't find a video that does what we're doing. I think they get into so much jargon rather than straight into the character creation.
Straight to character creation. Well,
So
that's why we're here.
5
Well, that's why we're
gives me
here,
a
man.
7.
That's why we're here, man.
So 7 indeed.
7 tech. It's actually pretty good.
We'll get into what these do later, right? A 10.
Yeah.
A 10 is a
Of course.
3. Really, I'm really not that cool.
You're not that cool. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You're shy and secretive.
True that. No, I can't argue with that. My will is my will is 3.
Oh no.
Alright.
Yeah. The reason for these stats is to make you aware. Certain characters might have higher stats than those. And your luck.
On my luck is an 8.
8. You're a lucky man.
Well, hey, listen, down from the dumps and straight into medical. I mean,
yeah.
that's
So
the way we do
now,
it.
yeah, luck is one of those stats that has 8 out of 8, similar to the Witcher. So
Well, if I want to print this, I'll leave this empty, but since I'm going to be using it, probably I'll do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna print this out, yeah, up to you. Then the move.
My
stat?
move is 5. Okay. Pretty average, I think.
Yeah, you can move 5 squares.
My body.
My body.
My body's 5. Okay, so for those of you who's like, oh, what the hell is body? Because I come from D&D, so what is body? Body is pretty much like a driven stats for your other stuff like hit points, you know. Like imagine your literal body, like what it can do physically. How much can it take? That's what we're looking at. And EMP is empathy, I'm guessing?
Empathy. This will be important because cybernetics directly aren't linked with empathy.
8 is 8.
Which you'll see.
All
8,
right.
you're an empathetical man. So actually, looking at that stat spread, that's actually a pretty good stat spread to a certain degree.
I would say pretty decent, yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah. So shall we just go through all of these stats mean? Quickly.
Is there a page for it?
Yeah, there's a page. It's in 72. Or 71, 73 or 72 for the PDF.
Make up your mind.
Sorry. For the book, it's 72. I know that PDF is like one page extra.
So,
yeah. Those are the explanations.
So the mental group is intelligence, willpower, and cool, and empathy. So intelligence is how generally bright are you? Yeah, I mean how intelligence. As a rule, this is more a sheer intelligence, but also includes cleverness, awareness, precision, and how you learn, what your ability to learn is.
Perception, but yeah.
You know, willpower is your determination and ability to face danger, stress. Yeah, your will to go through something. This also can represent the courage and the ability to survive long-term privation. Is that right? This set is important for determining how much damage you can take. Whoa, okay.
Well, yeah, so I think it's
the
similar
will
to Witcher.
To live.
Yeah, it's similar to Witcher, I think. Witcher isn't the same, like your will and your body is how much health you have.
Oh, yeah, when you combine the both.
Same thing, same shit.
Cool. Okay, this I have to read. So cool. Your ability to impress and influence people through your character and charisma. Okay, so it's your charisma. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. How well you get along with others, how you interact in your social situation. Is literally charisma. Cool is charisma. It's like, how cool are you?
Yeah. Are you cool? Are you? Yeah.
That reminds me of a guy I know. Like his cool is like maxed out. Like
Maxed out. Nice.
empathy,
Yeah.
your ability to relate and to care for others and to take others into consideration, particularly important as it offers the effect of cyber psychosis.
It offsets, not offsets. No worries.
Oh, sorry, obsess.
No worries.
A dangerous mental illness common in the dark future. What? What did I
So what
just
is
read?
cyberpsychosis? So because in the world of cyberpunk, you have cybernetics, right? In the world of it, though, however, it once you inject yourself with more cybernetics, you lose more of yourself as a person to the
Oh
point
yeah,
where
yeah. I mean, you become more machine than human.
yeah, you become machine to human to the point where at some point you then just become a machine and you just go on a killing rampage, aka cyberpsychosis. Yep.
All
Robot
right.
dance.
So
Dance.
tech is technique. Okay, cool. All right. So your ability to manipulate tools or instruments. All right. So yeah, technique, technician stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is not the same as reflex in as much as okay. So this is like crafting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crafting.
Cool.
Same shtick, but for
Reflexes is your response to time and coordination. Throwing, juggling. Okay. Stage magicians, for example. Okay, cool. So it's like sleight of hand, but it's not dexterity. How dexterous?
I don't think it would say no. Reflex is your reflex time. How fast can you react?
Oh,
The
okay, like The
jug.
Witcher. So you'll
Yeah.
be able to kind of parry or just move, dodge out of the
Move
way.
away, dodge, shooting.
While okay, let's go straight into dex really quickly. So your overall
Yeah.
physical competency, as it
Pertains.
pertains to balance, leaping, jumping, combat. Okay, cool. All right. So, okay, it's how much you can really push.
Yeah, so this is a very actually good point. What is reflex and dexterity? Why are they the same? Well, they are different. Reflex is your reaction time, how fast you can react. Dexterity is your physical body using dexterous movement.
Okay, so for those of
Um,
you in D&D, it's like reflex is more like your saving throw.
yeah, it's your dex save, and
While
the dex is your dex stat.
yeah,
Yeah, I was going to use that example. It was actually a good idea. So yeah.
luck is how the gods of chance see you. My luck is pretty good actually. So in the game, is this like The Witcher where you get to
Yes.
deduct luck to add it
Yes.
onto your dice roll?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Same
so
system.
so you know how sometimes you can. All right, so in certain systems you can re-roll dice. In this system, same like The Witcher, if you've ever played it. By the way, big fan of The Witcher, tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah.
So when you roll a dice and you're not happy with your result, if you have luck, you can actually kind of push the number up by reducing your luck.
Yeah. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So for each point you spend, that's +1 bonus to your
Exactly.
roll. I don't know if for red you have to do it. You have to say it before or after. I'll look that up. But yeah,
No,
we'll see.
you can say it after. I mean, what's the point of saying it before if you don't
Good.
if you get a good roll, you know?
Sometimes that's actually a good point. Sometimes I think, let's say you know that
You're gonna
challenge
be
is
a
very
dick
risky.
DM, aren't you? You're gonna say, listen, you gotta tell me
No.
beforehand if
No,
you
no,
want to
no,
use
no.
luck in this situation.
I will tell you. Look, I will probably ask. I will ask. Like, do you want to use luck? Do you want to burn luck in this situation? Because this is going to be a very difficult task. I will not be a dick DM. I am very by the rules. Some of my players
That's
know.
the definition of a dick DM by the rules. And then you have the super dickish guy who just says no to everything and makes life miserable for everyone. If you want, you can check out our podcast, type of Dungeon Masters, Game Masters, on Play Up Malta. Just look up Play Up in chat. And
I am.
I think
I
it
am
was,
I am a generous GM. I am a generous GM. I will say that.
you are a generous, yeah. The fact that you gave me the rule book.
Yeah. I gave you the rulebook, and
I
I'm
didn't have to
teaching you how
spend
do
any
it.
money to get out my hands on this. So.
And I'm teaching you the shit, the stuff.
Yeah, you're teaching me the shit, bro.
But I will check on luck before. But I will
So
check after.
I'm just
the-
gonna go through the next two ones that are left: body, your size, toughness, ability to stay alive, consciousness due to physical mass, structure, or other qualities. What is my body? Hold on. 5. Okay, so I'm
5.
average. I'm average.
Your average. Yeah.
And movement is pretty much your movement speed, running, leap, swimming. All right, so something I need to ask. So in The
Yes,
Witcher, it is literally the number you have is the amount of squares, and every square is about 2 meters each.
that's the
So
same.
it's
Same.
the same process? Okay.
Same process.
So it's I can move up to 10 meters according to my move because it's
Yes.
5 times 2. Cool. We don't use feet in this system.
Meters. I think it's yards. Meters or yards. So
No,
yeah.
let's not use yards. Yards is like massive distance.
I'll quickly actually.
A
where's my-
yard is approximately 10 feet. So half a yard would be 5 feet.
Yeah. Let me see.
I hope I'm getting this right. I'm not familiar with the yard system.
It could be you.
I'm not
Same.
familiar
No,
with the yard matrix, man.
same. Same. Even I don't.
Whoever
know that
came
shit.
up with that kind of like that's such a farmer terminology. I feel it's like okay,
Yeah.
2 yards down, then you go 6 fields left. Like what? What are you talking about? All
Hold
right.
on. So. Okay. All right. So for Cyberpunk, it is meters to yards. Meters / yards. So it's
Meters.
imperial and yeah, meters. And I did look this up quickly. 1 meter is about one. It's 1.09 yards, so it's close. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
Who uses yards in 2022, man?
2022.
So I did my life path. I did my stats, right?
Yes. So your stats are now done. Now we go to the secondary.
So this is my derived stats. So what I just done,
Yes,
and they're
now-
gonna give me my humanity, my hit points, and all this stuff. I'm
Yes.
guessing.
Yep.
All right,
Yes.
let's
So
go
let's
straight.
start with hit points. So if you go to derived statistics, you should be able to find your hit points first.
Yeah.
It should be.
So it is my
section.
body and will that come up with a number. So my body is 5, and my will. Whoa, wait, 5.
3. Your will
And
is
my
3.
will is 3.
You don't have a lot of hit points.
I have half hit points.
You have 30 hit points,
30 out of 30. Okay, cool.
which is
My humanity is
It's
my
80.
according to my empathy, which 80. So it's just literally plus. Why couldn't they
Yep.
just say, hey, just gain
multiplied by 10. Yeah, I
multiply
don't know.
by that? I think it does kind of say it in the wording.
It does say in the wording.
But then
for every-
thankfully it's just like here's something that you can get your eyes quick on and you know what to do
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
80 out of 80.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay.
So that number is gonna go down as we go, but yeah.
Is that
we'll
it?
see. That's the right statistics. Yeah, that's it. That's the stats. Then we move on to skills.
All right. So let's drive statistics. Okay. So far, so good. So your skills, different skills that there are.
Yeah. So
What are we doing? We are doing edge runner? No, we're doing.
We're doing edge runner, secondary,
Are we?
secondary. Yeah. Isn't it edge runner?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you would go to page 88.
Yep.
What about it?
Tech skills. Okay, here we are.
So the way how the edge runner works is you get a predetermined skill list, but you are given freedom to put your skill points where you want in those skills.
Okay.
Now, there is one rule for this. There is one. So there's a couple of rules for this though. So you have 86 skill points, okay, to spend. All right. No skill can go higher than 6 or lower than 2. Okay.
Okay.
The following skills must be at least level 2. Now, thankfully, in the character sheet, do you see in your character sheet there are skills that are in bold, like concentration, perception, athletics?
Yeah.
Set those at 2. They all start at 2, and those count to your budget.
How does it know?
Did they
I'm
put it
just,
down?
I'm just. Huh?
What do you mean? How does it know?
Wait, am I looking at my character sheet bold stuff, or am I looking at text
Your
skills
character
bold?
sheet. Your character sheet. Your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is actually a pretty good idea for a character sheet, just to have the skills that are core for everyone to be at 2. It just makes on the eyes easier.
Okay, so this
And
one,
save.
this one.
Yep.
Okay, that one and that one. Those are 2.
There's stealth. Under body skills, close. It was near athletics.
Good lord. Athletics? Here it is. Oh, stealth here. Yeah, I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Your street slang on your education skills.
My what slang?
Your street slang under education. So just to give you have 3 columns worth of skills. Just to give a heads up.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this one.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my god.
And you can go. Yeah, you have 3 columns worth of skills. A lot.
So these are automatically 2 no matter what, yeah?
Yes, because these are common skills that every character has,
Alright,
basically.
So conversation. Okay, so this is the third. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I thought D&D 3.5 was like, oh my god, there's too much to look at. This is ridiculous.
Mate, my guy, this is a skill-based game. It's a skill-based
Did
game.
I mark all of them? Just double check me. I marked all of the
Let's see.
bold stuff. Bold stuff like bowls.
So let me just 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. I lost. I can see the stream, the recording. You use. Yep. Thank you.
What did I do?
You alt tabbed to the stream.
Sorry.
For the recording. No worries.
Oh, am I not sharing a specific window with you?
No. 5, 6.
I'm just sharing the whole screen.
I think so. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan went to primary school.
There's one skill you missed. It's your home. It's under not education skills. Local expert.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So those are the 13 skills you automatically start with 2. Those count from your 86, so you have actually 60 left over. Is it 60?
What? What BS is this?
Hold on. Let me check.
Because over here you notice the roll 20. It's because then tech skills are athletics, brawling, concentration, conversation, education. Which are these same?
No. So this is the weird part about I don't know why they did this. I think they confuse this a little bit more. Basically, these are the different skill. How would I describe them?
Yeah, how would you describe them, man? What has
These are the skill categories. All right. These are skill categories. That's what they are. So they're not tied to a stat. They're tied to a category of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, for example, your technique skills. Those are skills specifically for tech stuff. Most of them will deal with tech. Your fighting skills would be stuff you deal with melee.
I'm looking at tech skills. I should be looking at med tech. Sorry. Okay.
No worries. Okay.
Okay, I think yeah.
Yeah. This is new system, a lot of stuff. Yeah. That's why the GM dropped out. So. One moment.
Okay, so I am a paramedic of sorts, right?
Yeah. So you will now look at the medtech skills.
Oh my god.
Those are the skills you are. Oh, sorry.
No, you can keep going. It's just I'm just thinking like, my brain is just
It's burning. Yeah.
There's so much. This is the part where it's just like I need to understand what I'm doing because this is probably the stats I need.
Yeah.
For the game.
Let me guide you.
Right, guide me. Hold my hand while I hold blinded hand.
Yeah. So if you find in the bottom you'll see medtech skills, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at right.
Yeah.
Which is this column right here. Oops.
Yeah, that column.
But this one.
That column.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the column. Yeah. So that's the column. Those are the skills you have that you can put points in. 13 of them have already been given points, as you know, from athletics to stealth. The other 7 are specifically to your met tech. Okay.
Okay. So I have
Right.
60 points left. Is that what
You
you're
have
saying?
60 points. Yes, you have 60 points left because those 2 you've already placed, those count to the pool, to the budget. If it makes sense.
So I got 60 there. All right. Um, let's see. Boy, let's put this here. All right. So 60 points left. I'm guessing every 1 point is 1 point deducted, right?
It's 1 point deducted unless it has a ×2 next to it.
Okay, cool. All right,
If it has
that's
×2
that's
+2.
so much simpler. Okay. Because usually there are other systems which is like 1 point is 1 point, 2 points is 2 points.
Yeah, that's old. That's old. I think old
Yeah,
Cyberpunk.
to upgrade from 1 to 2, it's 2. You know, that's the
Yeah,
old.
there are some skills that do that. They just have ×2 next to them. So for
But
example, your
this is
paramedic
more
skill.
what I'm used to when like doing the Witcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
All right,
course.
so
Luckily, you only have paramedic, where it's like you cost a lot more.
okay,
Because
so
it's
I'm gonna go with paramedics because we need it, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna
How much you want to? How
I'm
much do you want to dump in it?
so 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna go for 4.
4. So you've spent 8.
Yeah.
So let me see actually what.
So I'm down to 52 now.
All right. Paramedic will be very useful when for injuries and
I
stuff.
would say
'cause
2 on drugs. Drugs.
resist torture and drugs. Yeah.
Where is that? Drugs.
That's under body skills. It's a body skill.
It's a body skill. Oh man.
But it's resist torture and
They
drugs.
should really like write in brackets like, hey, this is where you find it on your character sheet rather than looking around. Okay, there it is. Ah, my mouse. Okay, there we go. It's a will. Okay. So I just gave 2 into that. So I'm down to 50. Okay, I can play around with that stuff. Okay. You know what?
Now, can I give you a personal suggestion for a skill to have at a good level?
Basic tech
Because
and cyber tech.
I was gonna say shoulder arms
Oh,
because that's your firing, but that's one of your ranged combat stuff.
all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go basic tech. Where's basic tech?
It's under technique. Basic tech would be like basic stuff like it's technique. It's right under under the
Which
technique
column?
skills. Technique skills. It's third column. Technique skills.
Okay.
Basic tech should be the second one.
Okay, that's 1.
There.
Cyber tech is right underneath, and then shoulder. What is it? Shoulder arms.
Shoulder arms. Anything like with a rifle or shotgun, those are shoulder.
And which is this one? Okay, so I've done 4 in those. What else do we need? Deduction. I think we do need to put in there. So I like to be. I'm gonna put a 6 into the deduction. Where's deduction?
Okay.
Where's deduction? Oh my
Deduction is first column
There it is,
education.
Okay, found it. Like 6 in there.
Yeah, this is the thing with like skill-based games, especially like Call of Cthulhu, like systems like it. They have a lot of stuff for skills. It might be confusing to find them.
Alright, so when it says like science choose 1.
So because science is such a broad field with like a lot of stuff, you pick science, but you choose a specific field in science. The way how it is.
And where do I know my sciences?
You can go to I can tell you the options. You can pick geology, mathematics, physics, zoology, anthropology, biology, chemistry, history, etc. You can find this on page 83. Basically, anything that is of a field of science.
Page 83, hold on.
Science should be at like near the bottom.
Yeah, science, good, okay. Oh, okay, so... Oh, okay. Cool.
So what area of science you want to be specialized in?
Biology.
Biology. Yeah,
That makes sense. It's either that or chemistry. It would make sense that I would have chosen chemistry since I'm more of a pharmaceutical guy. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna go. Nah, I'm gonna go with that.
Chemistry. All right. Do you want to be like a pharmaceutical
I know about
med tech?
drugs.
You know about drugs? Sure, yeah,
I
that's
know
actually
about
an option.
drugs.
Luckily, that's an option for medtech.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 6 into chemistry because I studied my stuff. All right, now I gotta go back all the way down. Oh, okay, here we are. No, nomad. Here we are. What did I not choose? I chose everything, right?
Chose everything. Now it's just distributing your points to where.
Okay, so I can
Whatever
kind
left over.
of enhance other stuff that I already
Yeah.
have, right?
Yeah. Again, if you want personal suggestions for me, I'm here.
So let's bump everything up to. So not everything, but I mean, there we go. Another 2 points into that. I would say I'm better with. Okay, hold on. So -4 to bring that up to a 6. So I'm down to 20 points left. Education, I'd bring that up to 4 because I studied drugs.
No. Yeah. So while you're doing that, I do want to sort of say this to you also, the audience. When it comes to skill-based games, sometimes not all these skills will be used in session.
No.
There will be skills that are very common, but this is sort of the beast of the skills-based game. You have a lot of options. Some of them you might not be able to use. This is the nature of the skill-based game. I think even Witcher probably same shit basically, because it is a skill-based game also, right?
Yeah. It doesn't have as many as this much, but yeah.
Could be.
I mean, there's still a fair amount. I mean, it does break it up into sections like it does in this one.
Yeah, but the difference, I think what Witcher does, I think better, is they have it like categorized under like stats instead of these categories. I understand why they did this because it makes some sense, but it is confusing.
I'm your healer of the group.
Yeah.
Okay. I like even numbers. I don't know if you noticed. I've got not like no odd numbers.
Honestly, I'm the same person. I prefer even numbers
There's
over odd
something
numbers.
satisfying about seeing even numbers on my.
Yeah.
Like there's that one odd number right here. The conversation one, stat tree is just bothering me, and another one here in bribery.
Well, that's for stat, but that's your stat, unfortunately. So.
Oh man. Yeah. Why would you do that? And 7. Now it's just noticing things. No.
Oh no. Don't notice too much. Be blinded.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I went to primary school. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. You know what? Actually, how many 2s do I have? So this one's a 2. I'm gonna break my even stuff. I'm gonna break my even score. So 1. 2. You ruined it for me, character sheet. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Alright. So I'm down to 2 points.
2 points left over. Okay.
8. Okay, so.
That depends on which skill do you want to hire.
9.
Where is my combat shit? There it is.
10. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is my stat block. I spent all of my points. Hello. D0N. D0N. Ooh. I'm gonna do D/0N. So it's
Dion. Oh my god. Alright, do you want me to like go through numbers and like Do you want me to calculate the numbers there just to confirm that that's all the A6 points?
If you want
If
to
you
go
want.
through, I'm not gonna go through it. If you want to go through
I
it
will
as
go. I will go. No,
as my
I will
game
go through.
master to make sure I didn't
I've
cheat,
done
go
it.
for it.
I've done it because no. Sometimes there are players like I think we had like one where they might have overspent. So I will confirm though. 10, 20,
I'll go
30,
by the book.
40, 46, 60, 53, 57, 60, 67, 72, 76, 86. You're good. You're good, I think. Hold up. Fuck. No, you're good. I think you're good. Wait. I needed to recalculate because I could have added your Arabic. Hold up. Apologies. 10, 20, 30. Oh, I'm adding. Okay, alright. You have 4 points left, I think.
No, that doesn't make sense. You must give me. Then I'm not. What?
Because your Arabic does not count to the budget.
What?
That's why.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You get that for free. So you have actually 4 points, I think, left over. So just to confirm, again, 10, 20, 30, 42, 49, 53, 56, 60, 63, 68. Yeah, you have.
Oh yeah,
4
it actually
points left.
says it here. Like, don't forget the 4 levels of your language are free.
Yep. I should have mentioned that probably, but yeah. So yeah, you have 4 points you can spend wherever you want left over. There you go. This is why I do this. Because sometimes we do. Don't worry, this happens to me a couple of times. Good. Have a high combat skill because you're gonna need it.
2, 3.
I think like most of the if you go for a street rat template, for example, most of the characters have like a 6 in the combat.
There we go.
Just because of the numbers.
Got it. Let's spend it. Done.
Okay, great. That's it. Then now it's just a matter of
skills.
Copy and pasting. Okay. Their skills are done. Now it's weapons and armor. So now it's just a matter of copy and pasting. Literally.
You have what? I have a currency.
What?
There's currencies. There's 2,550 EB, whatever that is.
No, that's for complete package. Your edge runner.
Oh.
Yeah. So Street Rat and Edge Runner follow the same rules, basically. That's why.
It's getting hot.
It's just copy and pasting, man. So all you're doing is just you take stuff from the section and you're just pasting. So you're not going through the burden of basically calculating what do you want. You just get the game gives you automatically.
So what do I? So I go to weapons.
So go to 98 or 99.
99.
I think it's 98 of the book, 99 for the PDF. Oh, sorry, because the PDF is always one extra number that fucking infuriates me.
Do you want me at 98, right? This one. So medtech armor. Okay, so shotgun or assault rifle?
Your choice. What do you want?
What's the difference?
Shotgun is a close range weapon that does a lot. Does a close range weapon. Assault rifle is a long range weapon.
Okay, so assault rifle.
You want assault rifle? All right, so you want range. So you can put that on the weapon.
Okay.
So the damage of assault rifle. So I can just tell you these stats straight if you want. Do you want me to? What do you do?
We'll find them later. Don't worry. I'll just basic shotgun shell ammunition.
Times 100, or basic rifle ammunition times 100. It's if you're going assault rifle, just pick up basic rifle ammunition.
Basic rifle.
You can put them under page 2.
But it's under ammo, no? So it's 100.
So the ammo for that is how much you currently have.
Yeah, which is 100, no? Am I not getting that right?
That's your magazine. It's supposed to be your magazine, like how much your magazine is holding, right? Because you can't hold 100 shells in your magazine. If it makes sense.
Because there's a whole reload thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a magazine holds what, 10?
For assault rifle, it holds 30, I think.
So what's in...
25. It holds 25 ammo.
Alright, we'll get through that in a bit. So what is this? Ammunition 100 or basic rifle?
So go to page 2. So basically with all right, because in the game you're gonna have ammunition. Basic ammunition is just your standard ammunition because there's different kinds of ammunition in Cyberpunk. There's uh, frag grenades, poison pellets, etc. So if you look at ammunition, there's a section of ammunition and gear. It's like in
Yeah, here. Gear and notes, right?
yeah, there should be ammunition. It's like a black box called ammunition.
Yeah, this one.
Yep, that's where you can write it. I just sometimes I write BRA in short if you want to because it's basic rifle ammunition. That's what I do, but up to you how you want to write it.
So it's like that.
Yep, there you go.
Cool.
You have 100 bullets.
All right. So
Next.
incendiary shotgun shell. Rifle.
Or incendiary rifle ammunition. Well, yep.
What is this?
So Cyberpunk's interesting way of customization for guns is because in guns you have different types of ammunition, right?
Oh no, that's not good. Cyberpunk, what are you doing?
I recommend shortening some of the.
Okay, so
There we go.
and ammo. Cool. So I have smoke grenades, right?
Yep, 2 smoke grenades. They can be in gear.
Okay. So times
Then
2.
then you have your light armor jack for body and head. So you can go up. There's armor. There you go. You have for light armor jack, SP 11, stopping power 11, and then you have your head also is protected. 11.
Okay, cool.
No penalty. Then you have a bulletproof shield.
All right. That's it.
Yes,
I need to
that's
find
for
that gun now. Hold on.
Yeah, now you need to find the
Where
guns.
the hell is it?
So you can go. So it's a few pages back.
No.
You will find assault rifle. Yep. So, one of my complaints for Cyberpunk, if I can complain a little bit, is most of the weapons of Cyberpunk
Okay.
are now, as you can see, it's like you have heavy SMG, assault rifle, sniper rifle, bows and crossbows. You don't have unique weapons. You just have assault rifle. That's it. Simple. Would have liked some extra variation. There are some varied weapons of the kinds, but
Okay, it's 200.
Yeah.
So.
and you also have auto fire, but I don't recommend you use it for your character because you don't have auto fire.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend. All right. So,
Yeah.
how far ahead are we?
Pretty good. I think basically we reached the.
So we did the weapons.
Yeah, we did the weapons, so now it's gear. And outfit. Your outfit. So it's page 103. Find the medtech outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing, copy and paste.
Wait. Dude, I am so lost. Fashion. Am I under fashion?
Yeah, it's next to fashion. Sorry, next page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. PDFs. Your medtech outfit, copy and paste.
Into where? Hold on.
Gear. It's gear. They're all gear.
Oh, so I don't go into this part where it's cyberware? No?
No. It's gear.
Okay.
No, cyberware is another chapter entirely. So all your gear goes there, and then your fashion can go on. There's a section for agent. This is your agent.
I'm not seeing you right now.
Okay, sorry. It's your phone. It's basically your futuristic smartphone. I'm not kidding. You can actually put your fashion. There's a section for fashion below.
Oh,
Yeah, it's I now realize it because I didn't know there was. It's like under. No, not your gear. Just your fashion.
this is so confusing.
No, your gear can
So
go
my
there,
agent is my phone.
but yes, smartphone. There's like futuristic smartphone.
Let's do that in parentheses.
Yeah.
What's this one?
Your air hypo. So it's that.
My what?
You know that the how V does this to their mouth. That's the air hypo. It's basically like a, you know how with people with asthma sometimes they have to give it some extra air. They use that. It's kind of like that. That's the best way I can describe it, honestly. Sorry if people with asthma, I don't know. Yeah, and then your jackets, your generic jacket, and your leisure wear stuff. You can put them under. There's a section
I'm putting everything
below.
here.
Alright. Sorry.
Okay, so leisure is footwear.
Bottoms 3, top 5. Again, you can put them under fashion.
Okay.
And you can also put your generic chick stuff down there also, because that's also fashion technically.
Why do I have a chick jacket? What was that supposed to mean?
Generic chick is like, what's generic chick? Standards, like standard stuff. I would maybe say it's like a uniform. Maybe.
Alright.
That's your gear. That's it. There are, if you want.
God.
Yeah.
We've been at this for what? An hour? 2?
I think so. We did also explain a lot of stuff also, so that's not. Yeah, so it's gonna be a long video. Sorry for people. Okay,
We've
then
been
we
at this
move.
for an hour and a half.
Yeah. I. Good concrete creation system, pretty long. All right. Next up, I think, is in your cyberware. Unless you want to write down what these gear does, of course.
I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Cyberware.
So.
So 117.
Yep. 117.
12 humanity loss, -2 empathy. What?
Yeah. Yeah. So
So-
when you lose humanity, you lose your empathy.
So do I fix that skill now?
Yeah. No, you don't lose it. It's sort of temporary until you recover it back. So just take 12, lose 12 in humanity. So it's now 70, so 68. Right? Yeah, 68. And your empathy. So do you see why empathy is 8 out of 8?
And that starts at 6. And then,
right? 7.
So,
Actually, 6 or 7?
7. No,
7.
6.
Yeah.
It's -2.
Let me check, just to make sure we're right on this, because I don't know why this. No, I'm checking to make sure I am, because I get that confused also.
I don't know where these things go. Most of it goes to my head, it seems.
Okay, you are right. It is 6 empathy. I don't know why I did -1 empathy. That's just stupid. Okay. So you have a biomonitor.
Which goes where?
Let me look that up for you. I believe. It's fashion wear.
It doesn't go into the cyberware here?
No, it's fashion wear. So fashion wear is something that's.
It's freaking confusing.
No, you see, fashion wear. It's a cybernetics. It's on the right hand side. It's the third box.
Oh.
No, not fashion.
I know.
Fashion. Sorry. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry. Yeah. It's a subdermal implant which generates a readout of vitals. Can link to agents. Yeah.
Sure.
So it's
Okay.
it just reads out your vitals. A cyber eye, which of course goes to your eye. You can choose which eye you want. You want to go with your right or your left?
It doesn't matter.
Just pick one then.
And this one, the cyber. Is it this one?
No.
Oh, the
No,
eye.
the eye. Yeah, right or left, your choice.
I would say my right. Sure. Cyber eye.
Okay.
Toxin binders or nasal filters.
I think those would be. Oh, those are internal cyberware. So your nasal filters user immune to effects of toxic gases, fumes, and similar dangers. Toxin blinders adds +2 to resist torture and drugs. Which one you want?
Nasal filters sounds better.
Alrighty. So that's internal cyberware. So right hand side again, top box.
What does it do? It protects me.
User is immune to effects of toxic gases, fumes, and similar dangers.
That's right, Britney Spears. I'm immune to you. You're toxic gum slipping on my.
And then the last part is Teloptics, which is a cyber optic, it's a cyber eye attachment. So under cyber eye include.
Does the cyber eye do anything in particular?
You just have it.
Okay.
Basically, so basically, when you buy a cyber eye, it means now you can mod that cyber eye with extra cybernetics, right? Yeah. So you have a Teloptics. Teloptics is this is an interesting one. You can see detail up to 800 meters away, and you get +1 to aim shots against targets 51 meters or farther away. That's an entire mechanic.
+1 aim. Okay.
Aimed, yeah, aim. Just go with aim. Aim shot is a particular specific. Aim shot is basically you try to aim at either a specific body part to do extra shit.
All right.
And you take a mass penalty. Oh yeah, so just to give you this is something that's with this character specifically. So you can actually remove cyber eye, and you see the right cyber eye has like a box next to it. You can press it. That means that you have access to cyber eye.
What?
That would make sense. So if you see on your right cyber eye, there's a box next to it.
Data.
No, right cyber eye. That's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can tick it. That means you have a cyber eye, and then you can take away the cyber eye. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That just makes it easier.
So I have my character now. Are we done?
That is your character. Yeah, the only thing we need to do is choosing your stuff for medicine, and that's it.
My what?
Your medicine abilities.
Okay, and how do I do that?
Go to your medicine roll ability, page 149 or 150. 149, I think.
Medicine. Okay, here. Surgery.
Yeah.
Where do I write this?
That's a fucking good question.
It is. Is it under notes?
I would recommend notes. Yeah, I recommend notes. So, again, just to go through what the medicine does. Basically, you have, you know how in Witcher you have those 3 different trees? Skill trees, almost?
Yeah.
Similar concept. You have surgery, medical tech pharmaceuticals, and medical tech cryosystem operation. You have 4 points. And you can choose to upgrade any of those 3. Alright? And it will tell you what you get.
Alright.
I know.
No, you don't. This they could have simplified this so much more. It's just a chunk of words, and that's what bothers me. So
I
there's
know.
nothing visually like helpful like the rest of the stuff that you have here. Um, all right. So, what do I do? Do I list all of them down? What's
You can, yeah, you can, if you want.
okay?
Do you want to know what each of these? I mean, you can read this up, and they tell
I'll
you what
do it
they do.
because I mean, people who are not interested in this section obviously
Yeah,
don't need to go through this. They have their own thing.
yeah, yeah. Because each role ability, yeah, just to give it a, each role ability is different. Sometimes there's only really, I think, two roles that have this multiple option section. The rest either have like a single. They're all different.
Okay.
Um, so, yeah,
All right. Cool. So we'll end it here for today,
yeah.
and I'll finish this part on my own.
Mhm.
So it's just about reading up, guys, and just getting to know what you do. Is there anything else that I need to do apart from this that needs to be done as general character
Uh,
creation? Because I did notice that there's like improvement points, reputation, reputation events, and ally
yeah.
aliases.
Aliases is names. Improvement points is
So this is
if
this
you
kind of what throughout the campaign you get this, or
yeah, throughout the campaign you'll get those things. Aliases is well, what your name is and whatever different names you have, etc. Basically, your character is as far as I will tell you done. All you need to do is just fill out the information. I would recommend also doing the base stuff for your skills. So you need to see your skills are at 0.
yeah?
I'm up together now.
Oh, it doesn't do it automatically.
No, I don't understand why it doesn't.
What the? Well, at least it has this in this one, because in The Witcher, like you have to stay adding every single time, or else you just write it
Yeah,
up as added up, which is very
yeah,
confusing. Um,
yeah.
so
But this
at
one you just
least
have
they
it
have
next.
this
You
one.
just have it next to you. Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
7. So this is
Yeah,
ultimately 8. Okay, some
yeah,
things are better.
yeah,
All right, so you have to stay doing this
yeah, yeah.
every single. No, that's 8, 12.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But other than that, this is Cyberpunk RED character creation. Now, I don't know if you do these for videos purposes. I'll leave this up to you. Sometimes I talk about character creations in general compared to other games and all that. If you want to do that, go. We can do it.
Oh
But if you
yeah,
don't want to, that's
sure,
fine.
sure, sure. We can definitely do that. Um,
So, yeah. Personally, for me, I know I'm more biased with this character creation. I do like it. It is confusing though. If you don't know what you're doing. Like if you don't know what's going
if
on,
it
you
wasn't
might
for
lose.
you, man, I would have no
I
clue.
I know.
And
That's the part
I've been
that's
trying to look up for helpful videos. There's a couple which kind of go into detail, but excruciating
well.
detail.
Well,
It's like,
now we have an entire video for this. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this. Honestly, was because I know there's and I don't know if there was people who could describe this character creation because this is long compared to say like I don't know D&D. I mean even D&D's character creation can be
it's not this
long,
bad, man. No, no,
not
no.
bad. No,
It
it's not this
actually
bad.
D&D creation it's until you get past the joining of numbers
It's simple.
between your class and your race, and then some other stuff that is involved with your race. Perhaps if you chose a specific weird
Yeah,
one. Um,
it's simple.
it's really simple compared
Oh
to that.
no, I agree. No, I agree. Oh no, there are other character creations I think compared to this game where they're this is more complex because there's so much going on. Because Cyberpunk is supposed to be a bit more of a grittier. It's supposed to be more of a grittier game with a bit more rulings. The more grittier the game, sometimes the more
I
complex.
would not recommend it for beginners.
No,
From the feel that I'm getting so far, I mean, I've played a number of systems, and something like this would really overwhelm me to the
it
point
will
where it's just
overwhelm you.
like, you know what, I'm not
Uh,
gonna even touch it. Call of Cthulhu
uh,
gives me that feel as well, to be honest.
Ah,
It does.
and this is and for people who don't know, I also like Call of Cthulhu. So for me, it seems like I like the complex games. No, yeah, I do agree. This is the thing. This is the problem with say certain systems because they try to be very real. I'll put the quotation marks on it. It does require some knowledge of previous games, and it does require you to look up stuff. Thankfully, with Call of Duty, there are people who actually teach stuff on that. With Cyberpunk RED,
Oh yeah,
it's not a
I
lot.
think this is the thing that I find with a lot of RPG systems. If it's not common, it's harder to find stuff to,
Yeah,
you have to do the reading and there's no actual video to help you out. And I guess this is why
Yeah.
we're doing what we're doing today,
Oh,
to
yeah. No,
go through it. I don't know how many people will find the video, but if you did find us, this is kind of a basic run
Yeah.
of how it goes, at least from the medtech
At least
perspective.
from just the street rat. This is just not street. This is the edge runner. We haven't even. I mean, the good thing with the street rat and the complete package is they're not far off from each other. Still, three methods. Basically, you're following the same procedure, just with different rulings for each procedure, right?
Yeah.
Quickly, again, sort of. Are you cool if I can dive into the other method just quickly, just to a quick?
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah. So with Street Threat, for example, with stats, as I've said, you would instead roll a d10 and you get the entire line of stats. So if you roll like a 5, you get like your reflexes 6, intelligence 5, etc., etc. Right? That's what would be Street Threat. Your skills are automatically set. You don't choose your skills; they're already placed. And equipment follows the same rules. Copy paste, whatever. To complete package, you get it's mostly point by system budgets. You have a budget for how much you can spend on stats. You have a budget for how much you can spend on skills. But this time, the skills, instead of you are limited them, all the skills are open to you, all of them. And then, in terms of money, you get a cash amount, and you spend them on gear. Those are the differences. They're not far from each other. Same procedures, just different amounts.
So I would suggest for beginners to go either street rats or edge runners. I think
Yep.
if like you're really new, I would go straight to street rats until you feel
Yes.
confident to know the game, have a better idea of how it run, and then you have a better idea of what you want to run. To
I
go to either edge runners, and then you go complete package if like you've been playing for a very long time. And
or Yeah, or you're an experienced player in RPGs in general, and you just want like a full on like I want to have the most freedom in my.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you're not used to the system, even if you are an experienced, tabletop player
Yeah,
like myself, I consider myself as one at
yeah,
least.
I agree with you.
I would definitely it's already a headache that's how to do these things. It's not as bad as I thought it would be,
But
but
still
yeah,
problematic.
still like towards the end, the gritty part of it is just filling in those minor stuff that is not so minor, you
Yeah,
know. At least for me, because I don't understand the concept of the game just yet. It
that's
feels minor, and then probably when I'm role playing, I'll be like, "Oh, good lord, thank goodness I kind of did this into my character."
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, this is yeah. I feel like this is the thing with character creations, and not complex character creations will have that unless you have a game master who has read through this shit. Uh, yeah, I will say right now, what you're going through is the same problem that I've gone through when I was doing when I was trying to do Shadowrun by myself. Shadowrun 5, like it is rough. It's not a mess. I don't know if it's a mess, but
but I
it's
think
you have.
Shadowrun has more people know more about Shadowrun as a tabletop RPG
Oh,
than
as a
anyone
tabletop RPG.
else.
Oh yeah. I agree.
So there's
That
still more content
there's still
out
more
there,
content on there. Yeah, but
you know.
it's
But it's
still
like I find it like D&D very it's become pop culture now. Everyone does it, everyone knows about it. There's tons of videos to kind of help you through. Witcher started having a few here and there, still not as popular. Um, so yeah, Call of
yeah
Cthulhu, there's still again, it's still kind of semi pop culture because it's very popular, especially in
yeah
like places like Japan. So
yeah
people know about it more, and there's still pretty much a ton of
doing it.
videos to help you with. But Cyberpunk, I was going through it. There's a couple of playthroughs, so you
Hmm.
kind of watch for the story, and you
Yeah,
kind of are getting an idea about the mechanics, how they work. But in relation to character creation, I could not find more
a
than
video.
maybe three decent videos, right, that help you go through this.
Hmm.
One of the videos in specific that it was the most helpful, I think, for me. Um, it actually went through the trouble of how exhausting creating a character can be. In fact, doing the complete package for them what took them about like 2 weeks to complete, simply because it was
Jesus,
so tiresome that they had to kind of
jeez,
step away from it, come back to it, do a couple of changes as they're going along, just to create the right character for them. So, yeah, I would recommend Street Rats or Edge Runners for anyone who's just starting out into the system. So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I do not disagree, but at least I allow all three because that's I feel like as a game master you should just allow all three. They're all similar. They're not gonna. I don't feel like one's gonna break the game the other. Um,
No.
that's my opinion. Uh, yeah. No, I don't disagree with your statement.
I mean, just for the sake of the argument here, though,
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
um, would you say if you had a mixed table
Yeah.
of how people created their character, sometimes like in D&D, everyone kind of has to agree whether you're gonna go with buy points, standard, or rolling the dice.
Hmm.
So everyone has that kind of fair
Yeah,
system.
fair. Yeah.
Is this something that needs to be discussed as well for Cyberpunk? It's like, does everyone need to do a street rat, and everyone needs to do, otherwise there might be different,
So I
where a
was.
player going through complete packages, for example, has an advantage.
So that's actually a good question a good argument to bring up. So I would say so if we're going by by skills, everyone's going to be the same no matter what because they're all going to be 86 split whichever method you go. Stats, that's going to be the one that varies the most because I think all the stats are a bit more varied depending on how you go. So they might have a little bit of a small unbalance, but I don't think it's a lot where it's going to break. And in equipment, if you're going to have a complete package character, then they will have a little bit more knowledge of what stuff they can get. So I feel like it should be brought up on the table on the matter. Personally, for me as a game master, I would have no issue allowing all three and just letting the players choose because it depends on what players want at the end of the day. For me,
You're
uh,
saying, but are you saying this from the perspective because you haven't run that many games with people who created characters, or is it, or are you saying like genuinely, like because you have run games?
I have run a few games using this style of here, pick the methods you want.
Okay,
I have
so
run a few.
you,
I will tell you right now, I am not the most like experienced Cyberpunk RED DM. I have experience. I have done this but this is maybe coming from me as a game master. I'm a game master who wants to give the players choice and freedom on what they want. So I guess that's why that I go with whatever you want. So that could be a personal thing.
I mean, the one thing I did notice, like for example, unlike, again, making reference to The Witcher simply because these two are so similar because they're pretty much under the same house.
House, yeah, legit,
This is the father, and the Witcher is the son.
yeah.
Creators. So I can see the son very heavily influenced from this.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But one thing I do realize is like something for the backstory, or when you're going through your life path, it doesn't really necessarily influence anything on the character sheet
It
much.
does not.
While
It
in The
does not.
Witcher, you have a few elements that it does influence.
It
Not
does.
much, but there's a
It,
few things.
it's an yeah, it's an impact. No, I do agree with that point. I do. This is this is the actual thing with 2020. Funny enough, Cyberpunk 2020. I think it did have something similar to The Witcher, where the
Okay.
life pad actually gave you stuff, like gave you some small mechanical benefits. I am My guess to why Red went with this style instead is to maybe have it where your life pad is mostly there for role playing purposes, to make it
Oh
where
yeah, I
the
feel
method.
that completely. Yeah.
I think that's the method they've gone for. I don't know if necessarily that's a good or a bad. I'm just gonna go with a mixed feeling because don't get me because I do like the idea of your life pack giving you stuff. At the same time, I don't mind it just being a roleplay purposes.
I mean, I can see this easily becoming a tabletop, and you just say, listen, life path makes no difference whatsoever, excluding for maybe the language part
Yeah,
because you need
excluding the
it.
language.
Um,
You
other,
might need it honestly. It's another skill.
exactly. So, other than that, to be honest, I don't see it making any difference for people who just want to sit down and crunch some numbers,
Yeah,
using
it's
figurines,
I
maps, and you just kind of play
I
it like that.
I know people who skip the life path. So I mean,
Okay.
even I sometimes have done it. So which because if I have a specific character in mind, then I know what kind of roleplay I'm going to go for. If I don't know what character I'm making, I'm using the life pad. The one thing I'm going to give I'm going to give this primarily to the interlock system and maybe The Witcher, and also Cyberpunk. For a game master, if they want, they can use the character creation to create NPCs.
Okay.
Because the thing with this is your character, right? Most of the characters, and like not all the NPCs, but certain NPCs you will face probably are statted out like a character. They're all similar. They all have like similar sort of mechanics and all that. So unlike with say D&D, where you have the character stat sheet and then the monster stat block, which are while similar, two different things. With Cyberpunk, if I want as a GM, I can just make an NPC using Street Rat or like, any of the methods there if I want.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, in The
Want.
Witcher, if you have a very important character, it is a full stat block, not like a monster stat block.
It's a full character stat block,
Yeah.
which yeah, and I do think, and I do like that actually because I find that when you, especially like certain systems, you do have like a monster stat block. It's like okay, I need to learn how the fuck do I make a stat block for a monster then.
I mean, especially,
Um,
I mean, it's one thing that you're dealing with an NPC, which is an ally of
yeah,
sorts. Um, and what I like about it especially is that if you're going to end up fighting the NPC, let's say for example, for the sake of narrative, this NPC was befriending you all along, despite that he's been shown to be an ally. Then it becomes very much like almost PvPs. The game master is going to use the stat block like a normal character sheet
yeah,
against the players. So I can see that happening. So yeah, I can see
yeah,
this happening for Cyberpunk as well. If you have a very important character that needs to be part of the whatever you're running, be it
yeah,
campaign or one shot, I think it's important to create the kind of character sheet.
yeah,
It is a
yeah.
bit tedious to go through this every single time. I
It
think
is.
I think the Street Rat option for creating characters, like, okay, I have this character in mind, let's get this rolling.
Yeah,
Um, so then the biggest question I think, just to conclude, is when you come to getting experience points, right? Which I'm
yeah.
guessing is
IP,
called,
IP improvement points.
yeah.
How does it work?
So let's go here. Improvement points. So you get improvement points and then you get to spend them, I'm guessing, right? Like
Yes.
The Witcher
Yeah. Yep.
does.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
How spending or how you get and spend them? Is that your
Well,
question?
how you get them, I guess, is relevant to the story and all that, right?
Sure.
I guess
Sure.
the spending of it, is it as easy as like the character creation? You just grab points and put them anywhere?
Uh kind of. So basically, there is. So if you wanted to upgrade, so let's take an example. Let's say you want to upgrade a skill from a 4 to a 5. Example, right?
Yeah.
Uh, there is a table. It's a very simple table, basically. Each cost is multiplied by 20.
Okay, what page are we looking at so people can
Page
see?
411. Page 411. Or 412 for the PDF.
Okay, here we are.
There you go. So your typical skill improvement would be, as you can see, it's 20. It's like 20 every sort of level, seems. So if you want to say go from 4 to 5, it costs 100 IP points, right? Uh, a difficult skill will of course be double that because it's a difficult, like hard skill to accomplish. Um, and then you can improve your roll ability also, but as you can see, it's fucking costly. If you can find it.
So I'm just going through. So this is what you would technically give us, right?
Yeah. So this is so the way how it is
And
is
then
for the
we go
group.
for the spending.
Yeah, spending is the next section.
All right, I see. So, oof, okay, so 20, excuse me. So 20 points give you 1.
So you can go from a no level to a 1 level.
All right, so like anything that I have at the moment, like anything at a 4 or 6, that's quite, like it's gonna take
Quite
me,
heavy.
it's gonna take me like 4 or more sessions before I can see an upgrade.
It depends on how much I give it IP. This is the thing with earning IP.
But let's say, just for example, for the sake of the argument, like you gave accomplished mission goals. Like we did this every single time, every single session.
You get 50 every session. Yeah, you get 50 IP every session.
50.
Which group accomplished most of the mission goals. Which one? Or which
I was
one
thinking more like group. Okay, let's say 30 then. Group work together, accomplish most of the mission goals. You know, I think it would fall more under this realistically in a campaign, the 30. So in this case, if we kind of accomplish 30 IP, is this 30 each, by the way, or is it like 30 divided?
30 each. 30 each. I would rule this as 30 each.
All right. So there we go. So already, like, I need.
You need a lot of set. If you want to go from 4 to 5, it's going to cost you at least 4 sessions.
Okay.
Now this is the thing. This is the thing about RPGs in general when it comes to IP in general. I think when awarding something to players, by the rules can be very gruesome in terms of how much you can give. This is why it's always up to the GM. I feel like where it depends on how the GM feels like they should earn IP. So
yeah, we had this talk privately.
Yeah, we did.
When it came to Vampire the Masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade, yeah, we had this talk. I mean, but this is even in D&D or any RPG system you they all have some version of an XP system, and it's up to GM reputation. It's up to the GM to say like, how much shall I give you? Like sometimes I actually have a rule at a rule for if I would run a campaign, but the campaign is not going to be like a long 10 session campaign. I would give you guys increased IP amount just to keep up with the spending costs of this, because yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much concludes everything, Ethan. What do you think?
I believe so. That is character creation that we've explained. We've done the Edge Runner method, but I've explained the other 2 methods.
We did 2 hours. I think we went over quite a lot in this video.
A lot of stuff on this video, yeah.
So
this is Cyberpunk the character creation. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe and all this. If you've managed to watch till the end of this video, well, kudos to you, because I know a lot of people don't have the patience to watch a 2-hour video.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But again, thank you very much, and until next time, enjoy role-playing.
Same, yeah. Peace to all of you.